So we have different components in the ELK Stack is what it stands for. Elasticsearch is what stores the logs. Logstash collects them, and Kibana is for visualizing them. So it's kind of like Kibana is kind of like the Grafana of the logging world, and Elasticsearch, I guess, would be like the Prometheus, except that Elasticsearch doesn't pull logs; you push logs to it. But also, there's this thing called beats, and we will cover that briefly as well. Oh yeah, and this is usually where I like to create an extra slide here. Let me set the background if I can to something a little easier on the eyes. So I like to kind of visualize this and split it up. Get out the marker here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this page up into 4 sections, and hopefully my head won't cover. I'll keep an eye on if I'm covering anything up. So I've got these 4 sections. I'm going to put the E here. I'm going to put the K here, put the L here. So this is our ELK stack. It doesn't spell ELK right now, but that's just because logically what we have. Elasticsearch is our centralized storage and analysis solution for the logs. Logstash is where we send the logs that are produced to Elasticsearch. So if these are services or nodes running Logstash, they send their logs to Elasticsearch. And over here, Kibana be the UI, the front end that will query these logs, and we can visualize them more easily. So that's basically what we're looking at with this structure. The new thing, the beats, frequently something like file beats. These are a new development. And the reason why it exists is because, especially at large scale, if you have thousands and thousands of machines, if you want some of those machines to be lightweight because infrastructure is expensive, it turns out that Logstash, it's old, and old is gold. It has a lot of features. It's well built. It does all the things, but it's very resource intensive. It's a little bloated. It might be good for, if you have a few servers, not many servers, and you just need take advantage of all the features. If you have a more monolith-like architecture. Sorry, camera. Yeah, Logstash has all the features you need, and it's very flexible. However, because it's so resource intensive, running it at scale, just the cost of that can add up very quickly. So something like Beats is really lightweight. What you can do is you can use Beats to submit logs, very lightweight, resource, not intensive, little daemon running, and have that submit to Logstash. And I'm not going to draw an arrow for all these dots here represent the potentially thousands of nodes you might have in your company or services. They can send logs to Logstash, and you can just have a few Logstash instances running to perhaps perform some additional processing, filtering, whatever on the logs before sending it to Elasticsearch. Or, and I believe you can also just send from Beats straight into Elasticsearch. You don't necessarily need Logstash in between, I don't think. But yeah, Beats were created to be even more lightweight there. So we're looking at this structure for logging, and just like metrics, with the Lego bricks, some pieces can be interchangeable.